Science of Mind, A Philosophy, a Faith, a Way of Life by Ernest Holmes. Reading from page 43, paragraph 3 through page 46, paragraph 3, using inclusive language.
The scientific method. If we observe any scientific discovery, we shall see that this is the way it works. Some person's mind discovers the law or principle governing the science. This is the way of love, of personal volition, of choice. This is the spontaneous element in the universe. Following this knowledge of the way the principle works, having discovered the operation of the law, the spontaneous element now rests its case on immutable reactions inherent in the law. All science is based upon proven principles. But we should not overlook the significant fact that this is the mind which discovers and makes use of mechanical law. Is not this mind the spirit in us? We can never completely fathom the infinite mind. We shall always be discovering new lands. Consequently, evolution is an eternal unfoldment of the more yet to be. Since it is the mind which must first come to see, know, and understand, and since all future possibilities for the race must first find an avenue of outlet through someone's mind, we should do well to look to the mind for the answer to all of our problems. Undoubtedly, we are surrounded by and immersed in a perfect life, a complete, normal, happy, sane, harmonious, and peaceful existence. But only as much of this life as we embody will really become ours to use. As much of this life as we understand and embody will react as immutable law, the reaction of the mechanical to the volitional. The concept is wonderful and fraught with tremendous significance. In it is bound up our hopes and fears, our expectations, and our future and present realizations. Since an understanding of any law must pass first through our conscious mind before we can make use of it, it follows that with all our getting, we should get understanding. We should wish to know a certain truth. We should state that this truth is already known in mind, and this statement will be true. But the overmind must be accepted in our mind before we can use it. How then are we to accomplish the desired result? By stating and feeling that our mind knows the truth about a thing we desire to know. In this way, we draw the infinite mind into our mentalities to define knowledge for definite knowledge of some particular good. Contains all knowledge. The universal mind contains all knowledge. It is the potential ultimate of all things. To it, all things are possible. To us, as much as possible as we can conceive, according to law. Should all the wisdom of the universe be poured over us, we should receive only that which we are ready to understand. This is why some draw one type of knowledge and some another, and all from the same source, the source of all knowledge. A scientist discovers the principles of their science. The artists embody the spirit of their art. The saints draw Christ into their being, all because they have courted that particular presence of some definite concept. Each state of consciousness taps the same source, but has a different receptivity. Each receives what they ask for according to their ability to embody. The universe is infinite. The possibility of differentiating is limitless. Life always becomes to us the particular thing we need when we believe that it becomes to us that particular thing. The understanding of this is the essence of simplicity. As all numbers proceed from the fundamental unit, as all material forms are but different manifestations of one formless stuff, So all things proceed from that which is neither person, place, nor thing, but is of the essence of all things. Our thought and conscious receptivity differentiate this universal possibility by drawing it through our minds and causing it to flow into particular channels through the conscious receptivity of our different faiths. One state of consciousness will differentiate one kind of a result, another mental state a different manifestation. Mental work is definite. Mental work is definite. Each state of thought taps the same principle, each uses the same law, is inspired by the same spirit, but each draws forth a different result. Here is multiplicity proceeding from unity. This is what Emerson meant when he said that unity passes into variety. But someone will ask, can we bring forth both good and evil from the one source? Of course not. The first principle is goodness, and only insofar as our thought and action tend toward a constructive program will it eventually succeed. We cannot fight the universe. It refuses to budge from its course. We can only go with it. But there is ample latitude for personal expression. How then are we to know what is right and what is wrong? We are not going to know, we already know. Everyone knows right from wrong in its broadest sense. It should be considered right to live and enjoy living, to be well, happy, and to express freedom. Is to be in accord with divine law and wisdom. Here is latitude enough for the most expectant and the most enthusiastic.